A very warm welcome to the channel. Now, I know you haven't seen my face for a while, been rather busy, etc., etc. And today I'd like to talk about the claims that in China they have never stolen any IP from the United States of America. And they would employ some Westerners to tell you this, but they never show any evidence, because it's actually quite hard not to show any evidence. But obviously they have, and I'm going to give you 4 examples. One I can't find the information on, but I know about. The other you can actually read from the article that I got it from. So the first one is a company called Tencent, and they started off years and years ago with QQ. This was the Chinese messaging system. Now, in, you could say, America, you had MSN, Microsoft Social Network. And I remember in those days, I was using Yahoo Messenger. Maybe some of you were. But if you look at the software for QQ, and even some of the coding is exactly the same. It is definitely stolen. Let me go to some other ones here. And here we go. On 26th of 2007, Motorola engineer named someone, Jim, sorry, the writing's really small, stopped by customs agents in O'Hare Airport, I think that's Chicago. They searched and found $3,000 in cash and carrying a bag full of Microsoft documents marked confidential and property and a one-way ticket to Beijing, was arrested. I think that's IP theft, isn't it, China? You want more? Guess what? We have more. 2015, a federal government charged 6 Chinese citizens with stealing wireless communication technology from Silicon Valley microchip makers and launching their company, and these Chinese were launching a company using that. This is what we call, Dear China, the people who promote China in a positive light and never in a negative light, and always say, I repeat, America good, China bad. They don't search very far, because I found this literally on Google within 5 minutes. Another one I found quite interesting, in 2009, Solid Oak Software in California announced parts of its China Green Dam youth export software, which China required to be loaded on every PC, every computer sold in China, controlled access to a little bit of How's Your Father, and other sites deemed unsuitable by the government, was actually stolen directly from Solid Oak source code. Do you need any more evidence or continue? Now, I'm not going to name names with this one, which I've done so before, because it seems like just a personal vendetta. But the thing is, do be very, very careful of what you see on social media. Not everything is true, as it seems. And you would see lots on Twitter, like how beautiful Shanghai is. Yeah, the tourist area downtown is beautiful, but the back streets, well, it's, can I say, like Brick Lane in London, where you're not going to walk down late at night unless you're a little bit drunk or you're not too sure where you are in London. So there are these sites and there are people who follow them. And I know also they would have some bots, like these robot farms or these bot farms, these computer farms in China, with 1 million phones there, and they're just clicking on like to the media that they want to push onto the Western Hemisphere, like America, England, Japan, and maybe Australia. So do be very careful if it doesn't make sense, and you will sort of know who they are, because they very rarely show the physical evidence. They will just talk about it, and then they will show just a article from Chinese media, but they won't show an article from the other side. And remember, every story has 2 sides. The guys who are doing this at the moment on YouTube and, let's say, on Chinese networks like Bilibili and on Twitter, X, TikTok, be very careful, because they're trying to manipulate you and they know they're telling lies. For example, for years and years, they said, no homeless in China. Really? Come on. We've seen the videos. Check out some of the links on my channel. You can see it there. They would say a VPN is legal, when I actually spoke to lawyers in China saying, yeah, it is illegal, but it's sort of accepted as long as you don't do anything too bad by saying bad things about the government. It's as simple as that. They let it go because it's, well, maybe out of control. So this is sort of like a warning. Do take care from these people who try to manipulate you to say Trump is bad and Xi Jinping is good. I'm really looking forward to 2025 in the way that Trump will be elected president, and we're going to see a lot of things related to the strength of America. Another thing that someone else said, they said that America doesn't have hypersonic missiles. Yes, it does. And they sort of like go on. Maybe before they didn't, but they certainly do now. Just go and Google it yourself and you'll see lots of answers from military experts. I'm going to leave it there because otherwise I'll sort of get mad and frustrated. But if you do have the time, please do like, subscribe and share. And I will see you shortly on another video related to living in Southeast Asia, living in China, living in Cambodia, just in general, and my point of view. You can agree, you can disagree, it's entirely up to you, but hopefully I do this in a very open way and giving you some of the evidence that you need to see on some of these videos. God bless to all. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.